In recent years, Turkey has garnered attention for its shifting political landscape, both domestically and internationally. By 2025, Turkey has taken drastic steps in terms of foreign relations, including imposing bans on specific countries. These bans are often the result of political tensions, security concerns, and shifting alliances. In this video, we'll explore the countries that Turkey has banned in 2025, the reasons behind these bans, and the implications for both Turkey and the banned nations. We'll look at the broader geopolitical context and how these bans are shaping global relations.
1. Greece.
One of the most notable bans in 2025 is Turkey's decision to sever most diplomatic and trade relations with Greece. This move has been years in the making, with tensions between the two countries escalating in recent times. Turkey and Greece have long been involved in disputes over territorial waters and airspace in the Aegean Sea. Turkey has accused Greece of expanding its borders into disputed territories, which Turkey claims as part of its own maritime zone. The ongoing division of Cyprus, with Turkey backing the Turkish Cypriot north and Greece supporting the Greek Cypriot south, remains a source of deep tension. Greece's support for the Greek Cypriot government has led to friction with Turkey, which views it as interference in its sphere of influence. Greece has been increasing its military presence in the region, which Turkey sees as a direct threat. Joint military exercises between Greece and other NATO members, including the US and France, have further strained relations. The ban on Greece includes restrictions on travel, trade, and diplomatic engagement. The move has caused significant economic disruption, especially in sectors reliant on tourism and trade between the two nations.
2. Armenia.
Turkey's relationship with Armenia has always been complex, primarily due to the historical legacy of the Armenian genocide during World War I. In 2025, the diplomatic relationship between the two countries reached a breaking point. In recent years, Armenia has pushed the international community to recognize the 1915 Armenian genocide, a term that Turkey vehemently rejects. This issue has created a diplomatic rift, with Armenia accusing Turkey of historical denialism. Turkey has been a staunch supporter of Azerbaijan in its long-standing conflict with Armenia over the Nagorno-Karabakh region. Turkey's military support for Azerbaijan in the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh war further alienated Armenia and led to heightened tensions. Turkey has long imposed restrictions on cultural exchanges and trade with Armenia, citing security concerns and political sensitivity. The ban in 2025 effectively freezes all diplomatic relations, with the added impact of disrupting cross-border commerce.
3. Syria.
Syria has been a central issue for Turkey's foreign policy, particularly since the Syrian civil war began in 2011. By 2025, Turkey's relationship with Syria has deteriorated to the point where a full diplomatic ban has been imposed. The Syrian conflict has caused millions of refugees to flee into neighboring countries, including Turkey. While Turkey initially hosted large numbers of Syrian refugees, the growing strain on Turkey's resources and the increasing presence of Syrian Kurdish groups along the Turkish-Syrian border led to a shift in policy. The presence of Syrian Kurdish militias, such as the YPG, along Turkey's southern border has been a major security concern for Turkey. These groups have been linked to the PKK, Kurdistan Workers' Party, which Turkey considers a terrorist organization. Turkey has launched several military operations in northern Syria to combat these groups. Syria's government, led by Bashar al-Assad, has been critical of Turkey's support for rebel groups opposing his regime. Turkey has been involved in supporting various factions of the Syrian opposition, further deepening the rift between the two nations. As of 2025, Turkey has officially severed all diplomatic and trade ties with Syria. Travel between the two countries is strictly controlled, and Turkish nationals are discouraged from visiting Syria due to security concerns.
4. Russia.
In an unexpected move, Turkey has imposed significant restrictions on Russia in 2025, marking a dramatic shift in their previously cooperative relationship. Russia has long been a major supplier of natural gas to Turkey. However, by 2025, disagreements over energy pricing and the construction of new pipelines have led to a breakdown in negotiations. Turkey has begun seeking alternative sources of energy, which has angered Russia. Despite cooperating in some areas, particularly in Syria, Turkey and Russia have clashed over military strategies in the region. Turkey has become increasingly reliant on its NATO allies, especially the United States, which has put it at odds with Russia, a major power in the Middle East. In response to Russia's actions in Ukraine and its annexation of Crimea, Turkey has adopted sanctions against Russia. These sanctions have led to economic repercussions, particularly for Turkish businesses operating in Russia. As a result, Turkey has banned Russian nationals from entering the country for tourism, and there are severe restrictions on trade, particularly in defense and energy sectors. Diplomatic relations between the two countries are strained to an unprecedented level. 5. United States. Though not a complete ban, Turkey's relationship with the United States has become increasingly hostile by 2025. The US and Turkey have clashed on several issues, leading to limitations on cooperation. The United States has supported Syrian Kurdish groups, such as the YPG, which Turkey considers terrorists. This has been one of the major sources of tension between the two NATO allies. The US has imposed sanctions on Turkey due to its purchase of Russian S-400 missile defense systems, which the US sees as a threat to NATO security. This has resulted in the suspension of Turkey's participation in certain NATO operations. The growing ideological differences between the US and Turkey, particularly in terms of Turkey's increasing authoritarianism and its alignment with Russia, have led to a cooling of relations. Turkey has limited trade with the US and imposed visa restrictions on American citizens. Diplomatic engagement has been severely restricted, with both countries taking an increasingly isolationist stance toward one another.